Daily Iowan TV Sports is set for the return of Iowa City's finest attraction. The players and coaches are eager and ready to go this season, and we're inviting you to join us every Thursday night to become more prepared than ever before. Pregame is your inside playbook to the entire 2013 to 2014 Iowa Hawkeye football season. We'll tell you what to watch for and what players who will be making a difference every Saturday on the gridiron, and get an insider's look at what to expect for every game and why. So whether you're a die-hard Hawks fan or just curious to see how the stats stack up for the black and gold, we've got you covered in what looks like to be one of the most unpredictable seasons in quite some time.
It's helpful to get off to a good start in anything you do. Going to class, starting a game or whatever, and starting the season. But no matter what happens, no matter how it starts out, and you have to keep pushing forward. You really can't dwell too much on what's going on. I'll go back to being 2-2 or 3-3. And the sky was falling in both those cases. You can't worry about that. You got to worry about what you're doing moving forward.
While the University of Iowa may have enjoyed success in the non-conference before Kirk Ferentz took the reins of the black and gold, there is no denying the head Hawks' success outside of the Big Ten since taking over the program in 1999. His impressive 65% win percentage ranks fourth among active coaches in the conference, trailing only Ohio State's Urban Meyer, Northwestern's Pat Fitzgerald, and Nebraska's Bo Pelini. Even after dropping his first two season openers as head coach of the Hawks, Ferentz tends to do well on the opening Saturday of the college football season, picking up the W in his last 12 openers at the helm of the black and gold. Iowa's run of 12 of 14 opening day triumphs includes an 18-17 victory over this weekend's opponent Northern Illinois at Soldier Field in 2012. The Huskies' record against Big Ten foes? Less than stellar. In 40 previous matchups against Big Ten competition, NIU has won only 3 games, while tying 1 and losing, get ready for it, 36 times. Another thing that will almost definitely worry first-year head coach Rod Carey is, despite a historic season that resulted in the school's first ever BCS appearance last campaign, only Jordan Lynch returns as a top skill position starter, with former running back Leighton Settle and superstar wideout Martell Moore exiting stage left after finishing their careers in DeKalb last season, meaning the Huskies' dominant offensive line will once again have to create the space Lynch needs.
It's going to be a great test. Again, I think the one thing about Northern, if you just focus on the quarterback, you're missing the boat. There's 3 years of success there. There's more than 3 years, but the last 3 years, tough to match those numbers. So they've got a lot of good players, a lot of spots, and where I'm going on this, they've got a good Big Ten offensive line.
Carey will be looking to turn his new school's luck around versus the black and gold, with NIU yet to pick up a victory in 8 previous games versus the Hawks. That's our final note from Inside the Numbers, and now we're heading back to the studio. And with that, hello and welcome back to our Daily Iowan TV pregame show alongside Miss Lauren Moss. I'm Josh Bolander.
A lot still to cover on the program today, with the Hawks and Huskies set to take the field inside Kinnick Stadium in a little less than 48 hours.
Now that we've got you up to speed on everything you need to know, how about a little insider information?
Our own Alyssa Bergamini has the inside scoop on the mindset of linebacker James Morris, the man tasked with stopping dark horse Heisman candidate Jordan Lynch.
Alyssa Bergamini alongside James Morris. James, as a senior and a prominent leader, what will you do this year to bring your team to success?
Just try to lead by example, obviously, and go out and do my job every day, and then hopefully if I can pull guys along with me, that's great.
And Coach Ferentz said in his press conference he feels more confident going into this season than he did last season. How do you feel going into this season?
I'd probably make a similar comment. Obviously, this year's a new year. Last year's behind us, and what happened last year is really going to have no impact on this year. It's a new opportunity, and it's what we make of it, and we're preparing to hopefully have a successful season.
And what are your expectations against Northern Illinois? I know you guys played them last year in Chicago. How will it feel to play them here in Iowa City?
It's exciting. They were a great team last year. I would assume that they're going to be a great team again this year. A lot of returning starters, playmakers on offense and defense, so we expect a challenge, and it should be a competitive game.
And first weekend, a lot of hot weather. How will you guys hydrate?
By drinking a lot of water. Obviously, you want to eat right, drink, get your sleep, all that stuff, that everybody can sort of recite. But and then obviously making sure that you're well rested before the game and then hydrating during the game.
Lauren, in case our viewers don't quite remember, this play on special teams was the difference between an opening day loss and Soldier Field glory on opening Saturday in 2012.
That's right, Josh. Greg Castillo's spectacular special teams effort ensured the Hawks got the better of their DeKalb counterpart in that nail-biting afternoon. And after pulling Hawkeye Nation, black and gold fans are anticipating another game that will come down to the wire.
But as we showed you earlier, the stats suggest otherwise. So why the low expectations in Hawkeye country? Get ready for our first installment of our weekly feature, Ross Rants.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to Ross Rants, the weekly pregame show where I break down a portion of Iowa football and other sports right in front of your eyes. This week, we're talking about the optimism, or pessimism rather, surrounding the Iowa NIU matchup this Saturday at Kinnick Stadium. Now, in the Daily Iowan poll, only 51% of voters chose Iowa to defeat Northern Illinois this year, and I just don't understand that. Now, I'm the ultimate pessimist when it comes to Iowa football, just ask anybody I know, but I do not understand what the pessimism is around this Iowa football team. Iowa defeated Northern Illinois last year in Chicago, Illinois, and I just don't see Iowa getting any worse than they could have last year with a quarterback in James Vandenberg, who only threw 7 touchdown passes all season. This year we have Damon Bullock coming back along with Mark Wiseman, who should really run the show on the ground for the Iowa Hawkeyes. They did it last year against Northern Illinois, and I don't see why they can't do it again. My prediction, Iowa wins big, not so much of an upset as other people think, against Northern Illinois in the season opener. Back to you guys.
And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for tonight, but be sure to tune back in this Monday for highlights of everything black and gold. And remember, on Iowa,
Beat Northern.